What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle yet again playing Battle Worlds Kronos. I'm happy you guys have decided to stop by. In the last episode, they have been hitting us pretty hard up here in the north, and we are taking some residual damage. Unfortunately, we are going through resources very, very rapidly, repairing all of our units. That is creating a little bit of a problem, but I think if we can make the push right here and defeat these units in this region, we should be alright. I'm slightly worried about the outcome of all this down here, but I think I actually ended... Let's see here. What do I have left going on? We've pincered them, or I'm sorry, we haven't pinched them right here, but we've definitely blocked them off. There's plenty of that going on. They're all single range, so they can only fire one hex. They gotta wait for that rubble to clear. And once they do, this tag team duo right here, along with this little guy, this trio of terror should be able to cut them into pieces with their missile barrages of doom. Now, these guys are repaired, but we can't pop them out till next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and end the turn. I think... Oh, they actually... Okay. So there's another problem. They have infantry. I don't want to waste an artillery shell on infantry. I will, however, waste a missile pack on him, because he's a douche like that. Take that! Eat missile! Projectiles away! Okay, down he goes. Good. Now, we've been left with a little bit more damage to repair because of that. Once again, we have a lot of damage flying around. I don't know why I'm, like, incapable of pressing the right button when I do this here. I'm gonna undeploy him and sit him on that ammo right there so that he gets a little bit of a refill. And I had neglected to remind myself that they had infantry up here, so we took a little bit of damage. I think I'd actually prefer to pull him back and put in a tank right there, because their projectile weapons just don't seem to hurt the Cerberus at all. We've got a level up right now, and we can give him... Yeah, let's give him Bloodlust. I really, really like that build. I see no reason to unlock the other ones. The other ones seem to be kind of lackluster with respect to that. I'm actually thinking about redeploying this up here so that I can fire on them through there, or at least force them down this way. They've been focusing so much on this little narrow corridor up here that... I don't know. It's definitely giving me things to think about, unfortunately. And I hate thinking. Alright, so he's taken a little bit of damage there. What are we gonna do about this artillery? I really do not like the thought of charging into the center of all this, but I think it may be what I have to do, unfortunately. These guys all have the exact same movement. That's really weird, actually. Does that calculate out to the same number of squares every single time? Or, I'm sorry. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is odd. I wonder if there's a nerf to the amount of range you can move, depending on if you move through your own units, because these three right here, like this guy for sure, he's got like a straight shot, so I think he should be able to, I don't know. That's definitely not 6 though, that's 5. Weird things happening. I think it may actually be a better idea to swing down this way, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's bait some more combat down on this front. No, he's going to get artilleried. Well, it's okay. Let's go ahead and put some of these guys in the back so that we can consider what we want to do. And I'm simply not going to like fight on the front they want me to. This little group right here I would prefer to deal with last. And there's really nothing I can do to that guy right there without him getting a retaliatory strike, so... Whatever. Let's repair this little guy because he's looking a little beat up. think I would still have to move inside the range of... Oh, I do. Never mind. Doop-de-doop. From right there. Let us slay him. Choke upon the missiles, the fruits of my rocket packs. Okay, so he's now gone. And actually, this might be a unique opportunity. We'll see what they do with these three right here. But we have to keep a guy available to capture stuff. So let's keep a couple dudes in the back so that we can roll through and capture this a little bit quicker. I should probably pull him one of these back too. But for now, they've got to act as a buffer, so it'll be alright. Over here, what haven't I dealt with yet? Actually, everything looks okay on this front for once. Things don't normally look okay over here, but for the time being, they aren't so miserable. I'm going to reload that artillery piece. And then unload him, so next turn he can jump back in here and take a shot. Let's end the turn. Yeah, that was a mistake. I messed up. I definitely moosed up on that one. Okay. So from right there, I'd like to fire a missile pack. Maybe deal a little bit more damage. He's still got a move action. So I'm going to move him away. And we'll duck one of these unleveled guys in to take another shot. We could always use more veterancy. Alright, so actually surprisingly, they didn't push that hard down here, which I'll admit, I figured they would. So I'm actually a little weird about this. Let's get everybody back into a formation of some sort. On the next turn, we'll try and push on that bike, maybe. There's also more ground to cover down here, so it might be worth kind of looking and seeing what's over here, too. Looks like repairs. Alright. Oh, they're not going to do anything. Okay. And they can fire to right there. Well, I think we should probably use missiles to our advantage here to get rid of this bike. Set these gents up right there because somebody's going to be forced to go right there or right here. If I play my cards right. That artillery remains the problem. So now we've got a scrap pile right there. Take this little guy and still continue having a look around. Okay, so it seems like this base is actually really, really large. We're gonna have to capture it in little bits and pieces. Hopefully this guy right here doesn't come down. I mean, we can handle it. It's not a giant contingency, but it's still a contingency, and in a situation which is already stringent, I'd prefer to avoid any further complications. As much as I hate to admit it, we're gonna have to bite down on this turd sandwich pretty soon. Hopefully we can kill him in the first turn. If I really play my cards right, my hope is that I could kill him and him in the first turn, so that what limited retaliation we get is only gonna come from the Cerberus and the Bandit. And this turn we're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do right here though, so let's just hang out for a minute. Okay, a little bit of damage right there, but we've got a repair pile over there, so it should be okay. Figure out what's going to put me inside range and what's not going to. And I think because I have flanking, I should probably whittle these guys down a tad. Just kind of get their health evened out for the greater good of everybody else. Get him repaired while we're out here, and then pull back with them. And so now the big question. What do we want to do with these guys? Well, I know I want to turn this into an artillery battle, kind of. So we'll put the priest down right there. We'll kind of surround it with some protective units, just in case we have to duck in and handle any outsiders who try and make a rush on him. And after that, I'm very conflicted about how I want this to go down. I can almost promise we're going to lose a bandit in here. However, we can capture that, so we might as well get on that right now. I don't know what's going on right there. It's got it uncovered from the... What is this? Oh, whatever. Let's see. For all my other units... Oh, did I forget about... No, okay, it's all handled up here. Never mind. We do need to handle some basic repairs, though. $16 to repair him. God, that's so much. Let's get some trucks ready to help out down here in the south, moving some of this stuff around, because they can only carry like 100 with them at a time, and we're about to raid the living hell out of this base down here. So... we should probably make good on all this. Now, we're going to have to sacrifice somebody. Ew, what happened there? Like, that's just kind of the way this is going to have to go down, is like somebody's going to have to get sacrificed. So I think maybe we block them in from right there. So that now, well, they're not blocked in, but they still have to move in an awkward fashion. And so now we move in the bandits to take a strike at him. Other options... unfortunately, kind of see what we get in this goodie basket here. Oh, just resources, no units. That sort of changes things, because I was assuming I was going to get units in here. Although these factories are both stocked. So I think I can replenish whatever I lose from here. I think. And I don't want to sound too optimistic. Let's get everybody back into a line. He's reloaded, correct? Yeah. Let's put him at a position like right there. Because that allows me to cover just about everything. And let's reform that line that has been drastically kind of battered and beaten, but they're still holding. On the plus side, they are still holding like a dealer on Friday night. Other stuff to concern ourselves with. Just do a little pan and scan really quickly, make sure I'm not forgetting about anybody. Things are looking okay. Now down here, this is going to be the turn that makes or breaks a lot of this. If these guys kind of trouble themselves with these units, it'll be okay, but if these two right here focus on one of the bandits, which they may do, we're going to lose a bandit. However, neither one of them has veterancy. And I would actually prefer that everybody be as close as they can to the line of scrimmage here. so that we can rush in and kind of do a big wave push right after this turn. We're probably going to lose somebody, though, so bear that in mind. Okay, so they did what I figured they would do. So we're going to lose one of... Oh, never mind. They mixed it up a tad. Oh, they had more units than I expected. Okay. Okay. And of course, with their brilliant AI deduction, they've managed to stay right outside my attack range, as always. Let's kill the artillery piece, which is then going to open up the breach for the remainder of our frontline heavy hitters. So we'll get a Cerberus in there. The Cerberus should be able to squish that debris. Unless it's just naturally outside his range, I guess. Either way, let's have everybody pile in for the funsies to come. I'm actually going to try and flank that guy right there, although I think that ammo chest might be in the way. There's something weird going on with the collision right there. I really, really want to get at that guy. That guy is a major problem for me right now. That one's empty too. So yeah, this big battle down here is going to cost us. It's going to cost us very, very dearly. Well, you kill who you can, I guess. We'll use some of these resources to repair once this fight is over. This guy is target number 1 for now. See, it's odd that it wouldn't let this unit move. God. They totally flipped that one around on me. That wasn't what I really wanted, but I had to assume that was probably going to happen, so it's my fault. Let's pull out the infantry. Shield him from any further damage. Kill off that little guy. And who's in here? Somebody that's fully repaired would be my guess. But he's not. Let's repair him. And then we can actually unload him wherever we want. Which is right there, I think. I mean, we may lose him, but it'll be okay, right? It'll probably be fine. Spilt milk and all that. What's going on up here? Nothing? Good. Yeah, I figured he would back off pretty resoundingly. And this little bastard right here, getting sick of his shenanigans. Put him back in the depot. Unload him down there, somewhere safe. And let's make a push to kill him. You. Did not realize his retaliatory fire was so... Okay. Well, my fault once again. Let's keep moving these guys out this way. From this factory, we have 200, so we can make a bunch of new stuff. I think I'm gonna go for some hunters. And like 2 bandits. And that should do us. Probably put some of this infantry in these repair bays and get them fixed up. They're looking a little bit battered. And not in the good way. Like, if they were like beer battered shrimp, then I'd be okay. But battered, this is battered in the wrong way. They're just looking beaten up. They got black eyes. They're looking like Georges St. Pierre, basically, right now. They're looking a little tuned up at the moment. Okay, and so that's all alright. They aren't pushing in this direction, actually, anymore, which is surprising. So I suppose we're probably not going to take much more from up there. As I say that, they're probably ready, right? They're like, no! Getting ready to go, but we'll end this turn, and we'll go for one more. God, that little... I hate those things so much. They are just little assheads, and they make me upset. And of course, one outside, like always. Well, let's kill this guy off before he levels up any further. Why is that blocked right there? That is... I should be able to move right... I don't get why that's blocked right there. It's actually irritating me. It's fundamentally frustrating me that these little roads right here are bugged. That's not out of range. That's perfectly fine. It's an open hex. Like, how are you going to say, like, this is an open hex, but that's not an open hex? God. Because I could kill him right now if that hex was open. It's beginning to deeply irritate me. How fighting in between these buildings is very, very buggy. And now he's just going to do the same thing he did before, which is where he, like, backs up and then acts a fool. So I guess we'll get up here and capture this. Let me repair these 2 little nuggets. It's almost cheaper to buy a new one if they're that damaged. There's a bunch of repair nodes over there, which I probably should have thought about. I'm going to keep them sheltered for the moment. I'm not going to actually repair them. I'm going to use those 2 right there. And, like, running this little guy down, like, he's doing such a great job of kiting us that... I mean, he wouldn't be if this... Irritated right now with the state of affairs. I guess apparently only he can move through that hex. I guess that's the magic of it, is he wins. That's... oh my god. And of course. We're actually going to move out of his range right now. I'm not going to give him Well, he's gonna use up all those repair kits. And there's nothing I can do about it right now. There's absolutely nothing I can do about him using those repair kits. Nobody can get to them in time, and I'll trigger more units if I do it. God. Such a shit sandwich. No matter what I do, these roads are also just janky that... Very poorly designed. This entire area. Incredibly poorly designed. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to be on that hex right there. Like, if they can explain a reason why I can't be on that hex, I'll be more than happy to accept it, but as of right now... Apparently I have to own it first, which is weird considering that's not part of the building, but... Who even knows anymore? I have no frontline units to charge him with. Except for all these guys, so let me unload them. Because we actually have to run this guy down. I doubt he's actually ever going to step within range of this artillery. I don't really care. I'm going to pull everybody back into the range of this artillery and he can just kind of deal. You guys are going to get a few extra minutes here because I want to win. That's one thing I know for sure right now, is that I want to win. Alright, I'm so happy that that vehicle is dead. He was beginning to vex me. I was about to have a Xerxes moment and just fly off the handle and be like, yeah, slaughter them. Come, Leonidas. God. Oh, what a great movie. What a great movie. That's one of those movies that you take a girl on a first date to, if you really want to make her happy. He'd be like, let's go see 300. That reminds me of a story. My dad, when he took my mom out on their first date, they went and saw Apocalypse Now. That's got to be like the manliest, most gangster move ever. That's pretty hilarious. Like, I wouldn't have expected the callback on that one. Just, you know, in hindsight, definitely wouldn't have thought that you would get a second date after taking... My mom said she hated it, but apparently my dad had game or something, so there was a second date. And then I'm here. So you guys should be super happy that there was a second date, because then, I mean, I don't want to get too far into this whole diatribe, but, you know, Splattercat gaming almost didn't happen. It was hanging on by a thread. Anyways. And now I'll get emails from some assholes like, I wish you died. I wish you were aborted. God, the emails I get, you guys. The emails I get. It's just unfathomable. It's unfathomable. I think I'm going to break the episode off here. We're going to capture this big factory. We're going to produce some more units in the next episode, but I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, we won't have too many more problems. I mean, we're trying to do this successfully here, and they are really just making it difficult. But we addressed at the beginning that taking this place was really, really going to be awful. So, I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody, and farewell.